Real just way sweet past sugar cane. We go cry, laugh, we go learn. Heartbreak to happy home. Now true talk with Sugar Rosso. True talk with Sugar Rosso. Every story gets him less.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Chronicles of Sugar Rose. So today we are going to talk about love and respect. I mean, respect your wives, love your husband. This is going to be tough anyways. So here's the thing, say for this life, this generation, everybody is saying respect your husband, your husband deserves respect, and then love your wife. Husbands, love your wives. Wives, respect your husbands, right? That's the same, and that's what everybody is looking at, walking towards, listening to, and acting on. But I, from my experience, for those of you who don't know, this is my second missionary journey. So everything, I made mistakes, and I'm using my mistakes to learn and how to move forward. So when they listen to my story, right? No more no listen to my story because say the story they interesting. More listen and learn, take something home from it. And this story is about those of us who are into our second missionary journeys, or those who just got married. So now, like I said, there's a saying that husbands should love their wives and wives should respect their husbands here. But I am saying, wives, love your husbands. Husbands, respect your wives. And I'll tell you a short story. A couple of months ago, when myself and my husband were talking, so my husband was like, he has a lot of things going on in his head. His head is full. His head is this. He's thinking of this. He's thinking of that, or his business, and all of that. He was, I don't want to use the word whining. On a good day, a woman will be like, is the man not supposed to be strong? Why is he whining? Can't he handle all this matter? Why is he complaining like that? Now, let me pause a little bit. The reason why my husband opened up and was himself is because of how I made him feel comfortable, how I made him open up to me. Because in some marriages, some men are very uptight. They are hiding because they don't want their wives to see them as weaklings. They don't want their wives to see them like, oh, in no strong, in no go fit handle matters. So they hide a lot of things. They rather tell it to an outsider, rather than telling their wives. But this particular day, he was so vulnerable. He was saying a lot of stuff, and rather than me interrupting him, I let him speak, and he talked and talked, and after everything, he just kept quiet. I didn't say anything. I didn't try to encourage him or to give him words of encouragement. No, what I did, I just held him. I held him, and he slept off. And in my heart, I was praying. Now, this is what I didn't do in my first missionary journey. My first missionary journey, he could not say anything, because if he says one, me, I will say 20. I said, no, now you're a strong man now. Why are you doing this? No, you can do it like this. You can do it like this. Sometimes I will not even allow him to land. I will be bringing my own, because now I know Okachamara, Ezonyagwanam. I was doing like I know everything. No. And that actually affected my first missionary journey. So this one now, I allowed him, I let him talk. He spoke, and after speaking, I embraced him, held him on my breast. This is my breast. He can't lie down on top of my breast, and he can't sleep. Inside my heart, I was praying. I said, God, you have heard this man. Oh. This man, look at all the things that he's saying. God, he's not talking to me, he's talking to you. God, please help him. Help him. Let this work. Let this, let this, that. In the morning, I said, okay, do you have a minute so that we can talk about yesterday? He said, yes. And at a point, he kind of like, oh, did I actually say all this? Let me deviate a little bit. You see, men, husbands are very vulnerable. One of the reasons why they got married, they didn't get married because they want responsibility, they want to carry somebody's load. They got married because they want to be loved. Let us try, wives, try to love your husbands. These are two different people who come from two different kind of life. Your life is like this. This is how you've been living your life. This is how he's been living his life. And then you una can't come together. No expect say overnight in go change. And the man should not expect that overnight you as the wife will change. No, it's a gradual process. So, and from the way I have noticed my husband, he is very rigid. He is that kind of person. He will not say one word for till thy kingdom come. But you have, like me, I had to devise a way to make this work, So I pumped in so much love. I cannot even talk there. Husband, so, I prayed, I said, God, you gave me this man not to come and stress myself. You gave me this man to learn to love him, to support him. And this is what I'm going to do. I am not going to, how will I put it? I am not going to react to his state of mind or something, react. No. Because I don't want to carry problem when no be my own. And his state, the way he was reacting that day, did not mean that I will have to react the same way. No. Experience has taught me how to shut up, how to keep quiet, when to keep quiet, So, and it actually worked. So much that moving forward, he is comfortable enough to tell me stuff. I have learned to love my husband. And sometimes there are some things that he will do, and instead of us to say, let's sweep it under the carpet, me, I cannot sweep it under the carpet. I don't know how to sweep stuff under the carpet. And now that is when I talk. Now I don't talk to irritate him. I will talk to make it clear to him that, hey, this is how I like my life. This is how I want to be loved. I want to be loved up this way, So now going back to how I manage, how I loved my husband enough for him to open up to me. So the morning I asked him if he has a minute or two so we can talk about what happened yesterday. He said yes. And then I said, this is my suggestion, this is my suggestion, this is my suggestion. What do you think? And he bought it. Before he left for work that day, the smiles on his face, he was just like a baby. He was so happy. If it was possible for him to be leaping, he would have been leaping. Now, why am I saying this? We as wives, we have to learn to love our husbands. This one, they say respect. What if you respect him till thy kingdom come and you don't show him that love? That is why they will even go outside and go and be looking for that love, because they already have respect in the house. So try to treat him like your first child, because if it were your child true and you chastised your child, are you just going to let him go like that? No, now should be after chastising him, you will bring him back. So this is how we have to treat our husbands. They need us to love them. They have this annoying thing in them sometimes. But don't look at it that way. Like I said, that's their state of mind. It's not going to take your worth out of you. It's not going to change you. That's what I always tell people. Don't let people change you. You want to change because you want to change. And the reason why you want to change is because of the experience that you've had. You will not say because Okeke is bad to me or Okona is bad to me, I will now change forever. No, you change for that person, not change your life because of how the person treated you. No. So now we have to learn to love our husbands. Open your arms to them. Let me tell you something. For those of you who are not married, So men are very annoying, You think all these things that you're seeing outside, they can be very annoying. It takes the grace of God, and God has given us that blessing. God has blessed us in powers. We have powers. And when this kind of powers falls into bad women, only God can save that man. Only God in heaven can save the man. Do they have bad women around? Yes, just like they have bad men. And in my other story, in my former episode, I talked about a girl child and the boy child as well. I talked about how they were raised, and when they grow up like that, they become bad wives and bad husbands. So back to what I'm saying about love. We have to learn to love our husbands. I don't know how to put this. Men, they get too much. They carry too much. They get too much for their head. They cannot carry all those loads, and at the same time, they love woman. Waiting be all this one is too much. I will say that they respect you. You self make it, they show them love, and it goes both ways. I respect you, you respect me. I show you love, you show me love. So this notion that they keep saying that men respect, love your wife, women respect. No, it's the two. Love and respect. It goes, it works hand in hand. And I'm talking from based on experience. And now let me deviate a little bit. My first missionary journey, I told the story how I made some mistakes and how he made the mistake and how it didn't work. God blessed us again. We have our second mission. It's the two. Love and respect. It goes, it works hand in hand. And I'm talking from based on experience. And now let me deviate a little bit. My first missionary journey, I told the story how I made some mistakes and how he made the mistake and how it didn't work. God blessed us again. We have our second missionary journey. But if you have that first marriage, please, this story is for you. Learn to love and respect. Do not go into say, okay, there are many fishes in the river, whatever you go. Divorce is not something that I will wish for my enemy. It's not good. So if you're thinking that you want to come out of that relationship, know that you're coming out of that relationship not because you're coming out from that relationship and you're entering into another relationship. It doesn't work like that. You have to give yourself time to heal. I never see person where they jump from A to B. They work like that. If it works now, towards the end, what happens? So let's just keep that one aside. Now back to what I'm saying about loving your husbands and respecting your wives. Now, a couple of I told that story about how my husband was vulnerable and how I shut my mouth, right? I no talk. I no try to become teacher to run. Now, moving forward. We women, the fact that we are now married to this man, let us not think that the man is going to change overnight. He's not going to change overnight. Remember, these are two separate people that have been living their lives separately. Even when you were dating, there are some things that he was hiding from you. When you get married, that is when you now actually know ada amacha, but a considerable amount of macha kana amacha. You have to study him like a book. Learn the things that he likes and learn the things that he doesn't like. And so the men too, especially men from Africa, men from some people they do, but our own you think that you want to eat your cake and have it. You want to be doing your kind of life and be carrying those kind of baggage into your matrimonial home, and you don't want your wives to say anything. Your wife has 101% say in the marriage, just like you have 101% say in it too. And then for the women too, when you see that your husband is doing this thing, don't sweep it under the carpet and say, oh no, I don't want for peace to reign, let us do it. No, because the next one that is going to happen, you will bite your finger and say, I die no. So I am talking now, Show your husband love, all the love that, when you just give birth to a baby, you see that love that you give to that newborn child. Give that man that love. Sometimes, like I said a few minutes ago, they are very annoying, but if you take that anger and follow them, you might use slippers to slap somebody's head. I know somebody is saying you're talking from experience. Yeah. You see us be playing love like this. I have to walk. If I don't work, it's just like you're going to work now. If you don't work, how will you eat? I have to work so that this marriage, I will be happy in it. Because if I don't work in this marriage, how will I be happy? Let me tell you one short story. So a long time ago now, me and my husband, I asked him a question. The next thing he said, "Oh, I have a life before I married you. You cannot stop me from doing this thing. I have a life. I did this. I did that. Bottom line is, I have a life before I married you." I said, "Obeni, okay, I don't hear. No problems." As time went on now, one wonderful day like this, he was laying down beside me. I now carried my phone. I put my AirPods on. I carried my phone now. I was now talking like invisible. Not be say I did talk the person they did. I just took my phone and they talked to an invisible person. I was like, "Hey, hi, oh my baby, how you doing? How's your wife now?" And then I'll keep quiet again. And then I'll say, "Oh no, they're around now." And then my husband now turned and looked at me and like, "What is going on here?" He said, "Baby, why are you calling that man baby?" I said, "How do you know he's a man?" "Because I know he's a man because you asked after his wife." I said, "Baby, you know that I have a life before I met you." He said, "Oh, you have a life." I said, "Because it's you that I'm following. Now, anything you do, I will do, because even in the Bible, they said a woman shall leave her father and her mother, leave everything and join the man." In the Bible, Ruth, he said, "Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. Everything of you will be my." So, baby, I'm following you. Anything you do is what I'm doing. I didn't do anything wrong. Now he said, the next thing he said, "Drop that phone, cut that phone, drop that phone." In my mind, I said, I don't get you. Now, let me pause this a little bit. It's not everything that you will be doing kati and be fighting. Don't fight. Women, we are too cute to fight. You're too cute to argue. Me, if they tell you that I am arguing, it's a lie. You will never see me argue. I have ways that I know I manage. I have ways that I take the person. You will not see me. In my first marriage, my ex made me to almost turn into a warrior. But I said, no, this is not me. This is not how I grew up. So I'm not going to do that. I got married. God blessed me and gave me another opportunity. I am now a married woman. So now I have to do it the way that it suits me, and it will not make my partner feel bad. So that day now, he now said, "Drop that phone, cut that phone." And I said, "Baby, okay, I will cut the phone. No. But remember that you told me in 1921 that you have a life before you met me. So that's the same thing with me. Now, I have a life before I met you now." He said, "No, I was just saying it. It's not like that. That I didn't mean it. That doesn't mean that I'm doing everything that I have to." In my mind, I like, okay, so now you said it. I said, okay, so there are some things that you're cutting, right? I know it's not easy, but with time. He said, "I am cutting a lot of stuff. I've cut a lot of stuff because of you, because I want this marriage to work." And then he started talking. He said, "I have a lot of stuff that I've done that I used to do that I don't do anymore because I want this marriage to work. I respect this marriage and I do da. I said, okay. And then I went to him again. Now I knelt down and said, "My love, my crown." And one thing, let me pause a little bit. For those of us wives that don't know, let me just that don't know how to hype your husband. If you don't hype your husband, who will you hype? If you don't hype your husband, if you don't praise him, who will you praise? If you don't know how to do it, learn it, practice it, because that thing, they sweet them. I am telling you, they derive pleasure. Imagine a woman telling the husband all these sweet nothings. you will see the man, sometimes they'll be like this. Inside their mind, if only we could see the heart of men. The body go, they do them properly, you know. So, and me, I have grade A1. I have A+ when it comes to hyping. You know, but you know me now, sugar. I will hype you till thy kingdom come. So, let's cultivate the habit of appreciating your wife, appreciate your husband. It goes a long way. So, after I told him that, I said, my crown, my love, hey, the king of my heart. After hyping him and everything, I said, okay, you know what's going to happen? I am not going to do this anymore. I will now start cutting out from a lot of things, just like you have cut out a lot of things. He said, okay. What happened? Peace come, rain. So it's not everything that you will just be fighting. I don't have time for that. And I'm sure at this generation now, the rate at which people fall ill these days, any small thing, stress, any small thing, high BP, any small thing, headache. You don't want another headache in a relationship. Now, you ask yourself, why is this man behaving the way he's behaving? There's always a why in everything. Why is this woman behaving the way she's behaving? You find out the reason. But these days, we are so impatient, we don't want to know. And you say, this man upset me, this man got me upset, this man did this, he went and stole this one, he went and cut in with this woman. What is the reason? You see, me, may God not let it happen. But when it happens, you will not see me fight. I will devise a way in such a way that you'll be like, what? I'll tell you a short story. Some time ago, I made this rice. Jollof rice. And if you know me, I cook. I love to cook when I want to. So I made this nice rice now, this nice emergency rice. Come make them. My husband can't come back from work. I can't ask him whether he want chop. He said no, that he was busy. He was looking at the project because we're working on, different projects. So that particular project, he was looking around and checking everything. So after that, Nana called him again and said, does he want to eat? He said, yes, I should bring the food outside. So I took the food outside and I, placed the food, everything, just like, in Africa, let me deviate a little bit. In Africa, if you want to serve your husband, these days, some women, I don't know how you serve your husbands, but if you want to serve your husband, make sure you serve him like you're serving a king, because this man is your husband. He left a lot of people, left all those women to come to you and chose you. So you, in return, should choose him. And you're not choosing him verbally, you're choosing him by your actions. So anyways, now I served my husband. He has a special plate, he has a special course, special cutleries and everything. I served him. So after serving him now, I went to get my own spoon. As I was coming back now, when he had started eating, and I said, you didn't even ask me if I've eaten or if I want to eat and all that stuff, like somebody like me, and I know a lot of women were like that. When you serve your husband, you expect your husband to say, baby, have you eaten? Or come and join me or something, even though we know that we're going to join them to eat. But let them just say that little thing. One thing about me, I love those little nothings, those little things, and that's what has been keeping us going, because now that my husband understood the assignment, he does it, So that particular day now, I was like, Oweni, you did not tell me. I cook. I love to cook when I want to. So I made this nice rice now, this nice emergency rice. Come make them. My husband can't come back from work. I can't ask him whether he want chop. He said no, that he was busy. He was looking at the project because we're working on, different projects. So that particular project, he was looking around and checking everything. So after that, Nana called him again and said, does he want to eat? He said, yes, I should bring the food outside. So I took the food outside and I, placed the food, everything, just like, in Africa, let me deviate a little bit. In Africa, if you want to serve your husband, these days, some women, I don't know how you serve your husbands, but if you want to serve your husband, make sure you serve him like you're serving a king, because this man is your husband. He left a lot of people, left all those women to come to you and chose you. So you, in return, should choose him. And you're not choosing him verbally, you're choosing him by your actions. So anyways, now I served my husband. He has a special plate, he has a special course, special cutleries and everything. I served him. So after serving him now, I went to get my own spoon. As I was coming back now, Ogbeni has started eating. And I said, you did not even ask me if I've eaten or if I want to eat and all that stuff. You know, like somebody like me, and I know a lot of women, we are like that. When you serve your husband, you expect your husband to say, baby, have you eaten? Or come and join me or something, you know, even though we know that we're going to join them to eat. But let them just say that little thing. One thing about me, I love those little nothings, those little things, you know, and that's what has been keeping us going, because now that my husband understood the assignment, he does it, you know. So that particular day now, I was like, Ogbeni, you did not tell me, asked me if I wanted to eat and everything. He said, I'm tired now. And I said, okay, oh yeah, be eating. And me, I'm not eating. He now said, what kind of thing is this? He now got upset and left the food and walked away. Oh! God. Was I upset? No, I was not upset. The bad spirit said I should just take that rice, pour it on the floor or shout at him or something. What I did, I breathed in and breathed out. And you know, I learned, and I want you to learn this thing. Mentally, when a situation comes like that, if you don't have the physical water, put the spiritual water in your mouth. So what I did, I just carried that my spiritual water, put it in my mouth, I kept quiet, I didn't say anything. I said, okay. And you know, and then some workers were around the corner. They were around there and they saw what happened, how he just stood up and left the food and said, I'm not eating again. And he walked away. So it's two things that maybe was he expecting me to say, baby, please, no, sorry, come and eat, or shout at him. And then another thing is quarrel. Me and Dada, I don't like wahala. I said, okay, what will I do now? I was thinking, what will I do? I said, I don't get what I'm going to do. I called the workers. I said, hey, you, A, you, B, have you guys eaten? They said, no, man, they've not eaten. I said, oh, yeah, come, now this rice, I cooked it from the bottom of my heart, and I cook this rice. The reason why I was saying it is so that my husband will hear. And then my husband now sent somebody to go and buy him bread. And I said, okay. They said you come and buy bread. Sorry, I'm missing this part. He said they should go and buy bread. So I overheard and I said, no, there's bread in the house. Let me go and bring the bread. So I now ran, I brought the bread and I gave to the boy to go and give to my husband. And then at the same time, I was asking those workers, I said, do you people want to eat? Look, this jollof rice, I cooked it from my heart, from the bottom of my heart, and I put orishi inside. If you guys don't want to eat, me, I'm not cooking any more food for you people. This is an opportunity. Come and eat. So one of them now said, Ma, I will eat. I said, okay. And then the other one now said, Ma, I will eat. Ma, I will eat. I now said, okay. I now waited. So my husband now went into the house. I was waiting. So I went into the other building and opened the window and I was peeping to see when he will come out. Eventually, he came out. So when he came out, I ran outside. I said, oh yeah, and I called, A, B, you people, come and eat. Come and use this plate. I used that, my husband's plate. And I gave them, I said, people should eat from here. Wait, take this spoon. Wait, take this cup. My husband saw everything. My husband was like, grand open, bury me, grand open. You could see the anger in his face. I said, no, be me, this man go take to football. Mba, I didn't mean. So I gave them food. I said people should stay here and eat. They now stayed. That place that my husband sat and walked away, they now sat there and ate everything. I said, when you are finished eating, Omokuna call me, make I come carry the plate. Like when they finish eating, they should call me to come and clean up. This is what I do for my husband. So they finished eating. They were carrying the plate. So I now went inside. My husband was there eating the bread. Now the bread, he left the he left the bread there and walked inside the other building. Me, I now went to the second building and I opened the curtain and I was watching. So now I saw that one of the workers now carried the plate. I now ran out. I said, no, don't worry, I'll come and carry the plate. And I was shouting on top of my voice so that my husband will hear. So I carried the plate and everything. But let me tell you, inside my heart, I was not happy. I was so sad. Like, why would my husband not eat my food? You know, and every wife will know this. If your husband don't eat your food, how do you feel? And the team pay me well. But anyway, I said, okay, now two can play the game. So I now carried the plate. I now did all of that. I said, there's more inside though if you want to eat. I did all of that, all that drama. At night now, my husband now came into our suite. Now went to sit in the living room. And I called him. I said, baby, come and sleep now. He said, I'm not sleeping. I'm sleeping in the living room. Now I knew that he got that thing entered him. Where? So I now begged him now, please come and sleep. I'm not sleeping. You used my plate to give to these people. You know I had not eaten. And then you went and served these people. You did not serve. I said, baby, my love, my king, I served you. But look at how you did. How you treated me wasn't fine. It wasn't this. And I explained everything to him. He still got upset that night. So that night he slept in the living room. In the morning, I came out and I did my thing. I greeted him, he did not answer. So I shouted again, I'm going to cook. What do you people want to eat? I was asking the workers. Immediately my husband said, don't give anybody food. Don't cook anything for anybody. So he said, don't cook anything for anybody. Don't give anybody food. And in my mind I said, Jesus, I'm winning. I said, oh baby, why now? Okay, baby, you people, don't worry, oh baby, my love, what do you want to eat? Let me go and prepare. And I said, plantain and egg. So I said, okay, two can play the game. So I said, my husband, please, what will you eat? He said he will eat plantain and egg. I'll eat plantain and egg. I said, okay. I said, okay, my love, let me go and prepare plantain and egg. Okay. So I went and I prepared it and everything. Bottom line, moving forward till tomorrow. When he's upset and I bring food, he will eat that food. No matter the anger, my husband will eat that food. Did we fight? Yes, we did. But how did we fight? You know? So now, moving forward, he now understood that, okay, so this is what is going to happen. If he doesn't eat that food, I will carry that food and go and give even beggars outside, you know. So these are the ways that we have to. This is how I've been handling, situations. Yes, it's true. When he annoys me, sometimes I will hold myself, not to flare up. But will I handle that matter? I will so handle it. I will handle it. You have no idea, So, bottom line, I still give him that love. I treat my husband with so much love. Now, let me tell you something. Some men, no matter the amount of love and respect you give them, if they want to be stupid, they will be stupid. Now, that is when you will now cultivate another plan B. You will now know how to handle it. Let me tell you, you think men, they don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Most of them, they gaslight you. Most of them, I don't want to use the word narcissist, but most of them are, if you give them that opportunity, So I told you a story how my husband said, I have a life, how I handled it, right? I told you a story of how he said he left the food, he said he's not eating, how I handled it. There's so much more. But what am I saying now? There's another one. Let me tell you this one now before I round up. So every time we're trying to bring up there's a situation, like I'm trying to get clarified, I need clarification, he will spark. He would shout. I said, okay, no problem. So this particular day now, I was trying to find out something from him. He got upset. I said, no, wala. I now went to that people. I went to them. I even told you a story. I gave you the full story in one of my episodes, right? I went to the episode of how a strange couple tried to sneak into my home. Yes, listen to that story. That's it. I did not talk to my husband. I didn't even answer him. I went to those people. I say, me, I'm not happy. You people want to be happy. I'll be sleeping together in the same bed there. It doesn't work that way. Education is not scam. So for those people who no sabi education, who no sabi read and write, Google dey there. Just tell Google to type one thing for you. It will help you arrange the thing as you want them. Only say you get to call somebody now to help you read that. But anyways, that was what I did. I went to those people. I started everything in such a way that the news now got to my husband, and then he had to call me. Babe, why did you do this? Why did you've embarrassed me? You disgraced me. I said, my Lord, if you had settled this matter with me, I wouldn't have gone outside. So it is a wound that needs healing. You did not treat the wound. You just carry bandage, cover up. How that wound won't take you? Oh no, I thought we talked about it. I said, we did not. You were yelling. So I had to go and fix it. I find the matter by myself now. And you know, when I find the matter by myself, it will not come out nice. So what... So when he noticed that I was going there to go and I did not fight. It just little text message here, dash the money here, do this one here, scatter the thing. Now my husband now came and told me everything from Genesis to Revelation, how he was being pressurized by the man's wife, how all of that happened, you know. I did not chastise my husband. I felt for him. I appreciated him for telling me. But then again, all that nonsense wouldn't have happened if he had told me from onset, right? But moving forward, if anything happens now, rather than him yelling at me, he will now tell me, this is how it happened, this is how... And here's the thing. When your husband is very sincere with you, courtesy demands that do not jeopardize that. Do not jeopardize it. Take it like he trusts you, he believes in you, that is why he's telling you all this. And then you're upset, right? Hold it and be the bigger person. It's easier said than done. But yes, I'm talking from experience. If it works for me, it worked for me, and it's still working for me, it will work for you. And you think that for those of you who have sweet husbands that are, you know, they're so lovey-dovey, they're all... Hold that man, because you don't have work to do, unlike us that we have work to do. And the reason why I'm saying we have work to do is because I love my husband, but his character sometimes can be very annoying. But I have to work on it so that I can be happy in my marriage. I don't want somebody to come and make me feel unhappy. In my I did not say somebody else's mind. I said my own. You can't make me feel otherwise. So if you know you have tried and all these instances that I'm giving you, you try to use it and it doesn't work, my brother, run. My sister, run. Because this, God forbids what happened to Osinachi to happen to us in Jesus' name. If it doesn't work, run. But the main purpose why we get married is for us to be together. We need a companion. We need somebody that we'll work together with. We need somebody to laugh with. For those of us who have kids will come, they will grow, they will have their own life. You, who do you have? That's why they say it's good to have companion. That's why some people have pets. So, you know, me, I grew up in a family where husband and wife is paramount. People say it's not the end of the world. Yes, to some people it's not. To some people it is. But then again, the fact that Uguwa Ibudi does not mean that you come and be carrying nonsense. You come and be tolerating nonsense. No, do not tolerate nonsense. I keep saying it. There is a way you will work it in such a way that it will favor you. It's just like you're cooking now. Shebi, or if you're making sandwich, If you're making sandwich, you know what you put in it that you feel like eating. Somebody's not going to make nonsense for you and give it to you to eat, and you eat it just to please that person. No. When you go to a restaurant, maybe you will order what you want, not what the people say, oh no. Unless they say, try it, it's good. This is the menu of the day. But it's something that you want to eat, something that you yearn for, you are hungry for. That's how marriage is. So if you know that this is your marriage, you have to make it work, and you have to do something, because now my marriage with this, so I have to be happy here. I'm not going to displease myself to please anybody. But in the course of doing that, do not be very aggressive. If you see this way that I'm using to do my own now, try and apply it. If it doesn't work, my dear, the door is open. Move. Because this life, it's already stressful. You don't want to go and carry somebody else's wahala put on your own. The Bible say, don't go and carry agaraga buru ibu na buronke. You don't go and carry loads that is not your own in the name of saying you're married. Don't do it. If you cannot handle that marriage, you cannot love your husband 100%, or you cannot respect your wife 100%. I don't know what you're doing there. You're deceiving yourself. You're deceiving that person in your house. It's true that Ada Amacha Madi, like I said earlier, it is true, but try and be happy where you are. Well, like I said, it's easier said than done, but try to be happy. Make yourself happy. Cultivate the habit of making yourself happy. It is you. You are the priority. Once you're happy, everything falls into place. And do not climb somebody's head just because you want to be happy. No. Make sure that the things you want to be done to you is what you'll be doing to others. You understand? All right. So this is the Chronicles of Sugar Rose. I have more episodes. I'm still telling you the episode of the story where I carry Ghana must go wrong is still there. So stay tuned and have a nice day. Cheers.